वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपाम्बुदिर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. See, this invocation prayer which we sing, many things that which we do in life, uh, uh, they may become quite mechanical for us, no? Quite ritual as well for us. Okay, yeah, I've been doing it for long now or whatever. So it comes like makeup. But this thing, Krishna consciousness process, it is not mechanical. It should never be mechanical. Because love is not mechanical. See, imagine love and formality. So this is a question. Does love and formality go together? Can one be in love and be formal as well? Love is beyond formality, no? Love is beyond formality. So pure love transcends formality. So we have to learn this art of devotee relationship, of relationships in this world with nature and everyone, and transcend. How can we actually transcend formality? How can we actually be in pure love with Krishna? So thing is a parrot. Parrot is a good mimic copies, right? Parrot, a parrot can chant Hare Krishna, but that bhav, that emotion, eh? But such is the beauty of Krishna. Even if one leaves the body chanting Hare Krishna, parrot leaves, eh, and say bhav has not come about yet. Krishna will give him love, and that Swarup Siddhi, and furthermore will come about. Like Ajamil Katha we see, he chanted the holy name of Narayan in Namabhas. In Namabhas, but that samskars came about, and uh, he got opportunity to completely revive his Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness will guide lots, and life gives us hundreds and hundreds of opportunities to be Krishna conscious. So many signals, so many events and everything come in our life to be Krishna conscious. If we are in good company and all, if we are following the process, then we can see throughout, wow, how beautifully Krishna is helping me become Krishna conscious. And it's just not like, okay, it's a complete non-sectarian process. As in like, okay, for them or that, because I mean it's universal, so it's non-sectarian. Love is non-sectarian, right? Love is not not within the boundaries, and this is what Bollywood shows. But the understanding and showing of the Bollywood is slightly different than what Krishna conscious love is. Okay, so with this mood, prayer, respiration, hope, uh, begging for understanding, spiritual love, Krishna conscious love, and to be a participant, to be having that role in loving relationship with Krishna. This is where ultimate peace is, when we love Krishna. So with this thought, mood, understanding, prayer, we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, the universal form, text 32 onwards. Shri Bhagwan Vacha कालोऽस्मि लोकक्षयकृत् प्रवृद्धो लोकान् समाहर्तम् इह प्रवृत्तम् रीतेऽपि त्वां न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे येव स्थिता प्रति अनेकेषु योद्धा. Okay, Anuja, read translation.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. Purport. Although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It was written in the Vedas that the supreme truth destroys everything, even the Brahmanas. As stated in the Katha Upanishad 1.2.25, Yasya Brahma cha Shritram cha Ubhe Bhavata Odana Mrityur Mrityur Yashopasichanam Ka Itta Veda Yatrasha. Eventually, all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of Supreme Lord is all devouring giant, and here Krishna presents himself in that form of all devouring time. Except for a few Pandavas, everyone who is present on that battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed. But that was his plan. If Arjuna stopped fighting, they would die in another way. Death could not be checked, even if he did not fight. In fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature. The Supreme
Read that,
Personality of Godhead said,
mm, read that sentence again. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight.
Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight, then there would be no frustration.
See, Bhagavad Gita doesn't teach avoiding and neither procrastinating. Bhagavad Gita is not doesn't teach pessimistic or optimistic as well. Very realistic things as they are. Krishna conscious Bhagavad Gita as it is. Things as they are. So it is not like any escapism. Again, this is something we have to check for ourselves. Who is escapism from the realities of life? Someone practicing Krishna consciousness, is he escaping or is he taking it head on? The realities of life, death, birth, old age, disease, or someone who is trying to avoid spiritual practice, isn't he escaping from the reality of life? ठीक है अनुवाद पढ़िए.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Haribol. Hare Krishna. So this is again continuing 11th chapter universal form. And Krishna is saying, see, uh, lots to understand. So time, I am the great destroyer of the worlds. Time is eternal, a representative of Krishna. Practicing pure Krishna consciousness, a person will find himself short of time. A person will always think I don't have much time left. Again, he is a awakened human being who genuinely realizes I don't have much time. है ना? Someone who genuinely realizes that I do not have much time. He's a active person. So practicing Krishna consciousness, one would always realize that I don't have much time. Mm. You would want to uh, kind of expatiate as such. So time is eternal. See, practicing Krishna consciousness, one should find this. Look, time is doing its duty. Perfect. Material nature is doing its duty. Perfect. Law of karma, they are doing their duty. Perfect. Every Maya Devi, she is doing her duty spot on. Such nice. Everyone is doing their bit very nicely, just me not. Uh, It is me who is not properly engaged. It's just me who is not This is what Arjuna realized, and he took shelter of Krishna. Shelter, now we take shelter of a person, we take shelter of a personality. Ultimately, say we may say we take shelter of government. Government is what? Government, has anyone seen government? We don't see government, but by government, what do we mean? Baba, there is a cabinet, there is a cabinet of ministers behind the scene, is it not? And amongst those cabinet of minister, someone is a prime minister, is it not? Someone is a prime minister. A government is what? Impersonal, very much right. Like going to council offices and everything. And nowadays, with so much online, this the link, do online. And if you want to call someone for visa or something, uh, we have to put your call on hold, and don't mind, the call will be recorded for training purposes, and you go on hold. Now it's so, it can get so difficult, right? From some persons, some people especially, if they're not very technologically advanced savvy or do not like much, then oh gosh, I have to be put on hold. Who do I ring them? Where? Otherwise, see, if I know a passport thing, I know this is the office, I go at the window, speak with the person, fill a form, something physical, something seeing. So shelter is always taken of a person. Taking shelter of the holy name, that is taking shelter of Krishna. The holy name of Krishna, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Krishna, they are non-different. It's taking shelter of Krishna only. Taking shelter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna being absolute, Krishna the person, Krishna the name, Krishna the Krishna's speech, Krishna's voice is non-different from Krishna. Mm. Everything about Krishna from top to toe to head is completely spiritual. Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Yeah. Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Completely toe to head. So shelter is taken of a person, and now we find everyone in this world we can see if we observe. See, Krishna consciousness helps us to become a bit more observing, a bit more contemplative, a bit more self-introspective. Again, this is your kindness, that by your encouragement and kindness that we are able to continue studying Bhagavad Gita. And thank you for helping me understand Krishna consciousness and helping me become a devotee or helping me practice Krishna consciousness. Yeah. So this lots and scope for more introspection, contemplation, self-observation, and self-realization. What does self-realization mean? Means I realize myself, I check upon myself, I look for myself. Not that how much more or less realized my neighbor is, my daughter is, my son is, this other devotee is, or that other devotee is. No. अपने ठेका खुद उठाओ ना भाई, अपनी responsibility. See, Krishna again and again, Krishna never changed the date of the war. Could Krishna have changed the date of the war? Do you think? Yes, he could have. Huh? He had it in his power capacity. Could have discussed now with others, change the date of the war. Change the venue of the war. Why not? Yes, could have changed the venue of the war. Could have changed a bit about the logistics. Okay, which side will you take? You start from this side, we start from that side. In football, in lawn tennis, in cricket, right? Toss. Okay, which side do you want? So maybe Vastu na changing the side. Oh, this direction is good, is auspicious. That direction may not be so auspicious. Well, we start fighting from this. So many things, situations Krishna could have changed. This time of war, place of war, some logistics and all. Yeah. Krishna did not change anything. He did not change anyone also. He did not change the person on Arjuna's side and also the people on Duryodhana's side. But what happened? Through this powerful sound vibration, through this pure powerful sound vibration, Krishna speaking, Arjuna changed, and Arjuna realized it is I who need to change. And change meaning when Krishna changes someone, na, means Krishna is making that person evolve. Krishna is making that person grow. Krishna is making that person find his real identity, his real role. Huh? So Arjuna realized this is self realization that I need to grow, I need to become a devotee. I'm not yet a devotee. It's I worry, I fear if I can put this tag on myself that yes, I'm actually a devotee. Wow, it's a big, big badge to wear. At the same time, yeah, practicing devotee, struggling devotee, conditioned devotee, and again, knowing this is good but not good enough. Na then striving, striving to become a pure devotee of Krishna. So Arjuna realized that everyone is in proper place, taken shelter. It is I who need to change, not anything about the details of the war. I need to grow and all. And likewise, we have to realize. And once we realize this, and once we put our faith in Krishna, then we see in this war itself, Krishna changed time. Krishna made lies into truth. What not? Yeah. Krishna is all tricks in his sleeve. We come up with anything, Krishna has a match for it, a plan and arrangement for it. See, people in India, outside of India as well, those who know Mahabharata, they're fascinated by Krishna. Krishna again is the most fascinating personality, most famous personality, fascinating personality, and Mahabharata, such a fascinating dialogue and everything. Yet Krishna can be the most misunderstood as well. So Krishna is saying, time I am the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. Why the Pandavas? Because Krishna is attached to them. Pandavas are attached to Krishna. uh, or there are some devotees who are attached to Pandavas. uh, yeah, Krishna is attached to Pandavas. Pandavas are attached to Krishna, definitely. Then there are other devotees as well who are attached to Pandava. So if other devotees are attached to Pandavas, then Krishna can never let trouble come to those Pandavas because Krishna is attached to those other devotees. Likewise, devotional life means what? Devotional association means devotional bonding, devotional attachment, devotional friendship, not on the surface, not superficial. And this is something a natural emotion. Of course, we have to push ourselves because we are very conditioned. What is natural for us is forgetfulness of Krishna. That is natural for us in conditioned state. So, see now, a beautiful purport. Na? Arjuna knew Krishna was his friend, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all. But wow, this much, this is too much, or this much. Especially when you see this universal form, hundreds and thousands of mouths, hands, limbs, and all the demigods, everyone, everything coming right there. Such a 3D, 4D, 6D, I do not know how many D vision Krishna is giving. Such a great sci-fi movie as such. Huh? So now, like uh, Arjuna, in that sense, what do I do? It's so overwhelming, overwhelming this form. And look, Krishna is assuring Arjuna that war could be overwhelming. War is overwhelming, but do not worry. Do not worry. Likewise for us, life is not life overwhelming. Any short travel journey if I have to make, any short phone call, anything, many times life become very overwhelming, right? But again, if I'm rooted in the source of my existence, self-realization follows God realization. So if I'm nicely grounded in the root of my existence in Krishna consciousness, then obstacles will be there. It is not that obstacles will not come. Obstacles will be there. Yeah, and same time, I need not worry. Worries won't be there. Those things won't be there because we would have gone, no, we would have grown or evolved in our consciousness. A very mundane physical example, say a 5 year, 6 year old boy or girl, they cry out seeing syringe injection, right? Jabs. But a 25-year-old boy or girl, generally speaking, again, uh, they don't cry seeing an injection syringe or jab, and they take it in fine. It's the same syringe, same needle, same nurse or doctor, same process, everything is same. But a child fears and cries, and a grown-up does not. Huh? Externally, things are everything the same. But the child has grown into a big boy, big girl now. Likewise, when we grow in our love for Krishna, when we grow in Krishna consciousness, when we grow in our spiritual practice, Krishna conscious practice, eh, then troubles will be there, but we won't be worried by it. Eh. Otherwise, time and tide wait for no man. Wait for no man. So, awakened person, intelligent person is one who has respected time, who has honored time. One who can manage time nicely means his mind is controlled. But if our mind is not controlled, our time management will be very poor. And without time management, our activity managements will be poor, which will put us into stress. Yeah. So, Krishna consciousness teaches us to respect nature, to respect our body, to respect our emotions, to respect time, everything. But one who has learned to respect time, to honor time, to make time with devotees. And as they say, in this world, we all are serving time. We all are prisoners in this world, all of us. We all are refugees in this world. Now it takes a realization, it takes a knowledge, learning to consider and understand I'm actually a refugee in this world. I'm actually serving time in this world. Externally, it may look okay, Ukrainians are refugees, Syrians are refugees. I am not. But who is not a refugee in this world? Everyone is a refugee in this world serving time. So, this is knowledge, but we have to go beyond knowledge as well. What is the purpose of knowledge? Okay, take this as a question. What is the purpose of knowledge? Anuja, Lucy, Asha. What does knowledge do? What should knowledge do?
So that we grow and evolve in a better way.
So, Asha says knowledge should help us grow and evolve in a better way. Nice. See, few things. Knowledge should make us humble. Knowledge should never make us proud. That is must. If it is real knowledge, genuine, proper knowledge, we should always be humble. We cannot be knowledgeable and pride. If person is pride, then he's not knowledgeable. Knowledge should not bring arrogance. Knowledge should bring humility. Knowledge should make us understand how little I know. That is knowledge. How little I know and how little can I possibly know. This is why many scientists, current generation as well, perhaps yes, but older generation, many scientists very humble. Because through the field of science, study, discovery, analyzing matter, they realized how little I know and how little can I know. They could see the beauty of Krishna. They could see the beauty of God, the hand of God everywhere. That is knowledge which helps us see the beauty of Krishna. And what should knowledge do? Make us surrender, make us fall in love with Krishna, make us attached. This is what knowledge does. Now, in this worldly world, we are enamored by worldly knowledge. So, we find so much of attachment in politics, so much of attachment in football, so much of attachment in other things, wherever. And I want to. So, material world means in the name of information, knowledge is being sold. That is how Maya tricks us. Huh? In the name of information, she presents it as knowledge. And this world completely enamored by what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or A, B, C, D, E, F, A to Z. It's all interaction between them only, is it not? Now start coding, start developing, start doing everything. Music, strings, saregamapa. It's all within these only. But what is that purpose of knowledge? We all are so hungry. But problem is we do not know we are hungry for Krishna. That is such an irony. And this is when a devotee enters in our life, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the holy name enters in our life. Then we can realize, okay, oh my God. Actually, I'd been looking for Krishna. I'd been hungry for Krishna. I'd been wanting myself to give to Krishna. Huh? And then there's a start, there's the beginning, there's the birth. That's the best use of time then. The best use of time. Time belongs to Krishna. I should never think that, okay, I'm giving like 2 hours time to Krishna consciousness, you know. Uh, Rather, things should be I'm not giving 22 hours, I'm putting myself away for 22 hours. It's not my time, it's Krishna's time only. If it's Krishna's time, what can I give to him? So rather than feeling any puffed out about myself that, oh wow, I want to develop this caliber that 6 hours I can read, 6 hours I can chant, 6 hours I can listen and all. No. And Baba, the remaining 18 hours, where is it? So, Japa also, na? 2 hours if we can sit down and chant. uh, But the real thing is, what do I do the remaining 22 hours? That is the thing. What do I do remaining 22 hours? So time is very important when we gradually uh, make time, when we gradually give time to Krishna. It is Krishna's time only. And this is what Krishna is saying. Look, do not worry. He's showing upheavals will be there, but do not get overwhelmed. And otherwise, is there not any scope uh, that uh, to neglect, to avoid, uh, to come out? So beautiful, Prabhupada says in the purport, right? Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then no frustration. हर्षा इसको कंप्लीट करो हिंदी में ना रहेगा बांस
ना बजेगी बांसुरी.
uh, there's an English version of this as well uh, not coming I mean ना रहेगा बांस ना बजेगी बांस and these sayings and idioms and phrases they should not be literally translated. They spoil the beauty of them. But again ऐसा नहीं है कि this tongue is a problem.
It
Then
can
what
be
to
to the root cause. It can be about to end the root cause of the trouble or the problem.
exact yeah yeah we understand, we know that what is better, to cure the problem or cure the cause of the problem? Definitely cure the cause of the problem is the best thing to do. Huh? If we do not cure the cause of the problem, then we would be running up beating about the bush, or we would be frustrated leaving the problem in between, things like that, everything. And this is where Krishna consciousness, in this life itself, Krishna wants us to completely cure the cause of the problem, uproot the cause of the problem. We need to do nothing but take shelter of Krishna in devotee association. Then time will reveal. Time will reveal. Time is a powerful factor now. And anyways, it is time which is revealing us everything. Day and night, day and night. Uh, So Prabhupada gave this example. What, right? Someone having cataract. Oh, cataract in eye. What do I do? Should I plug the eye or remove the cataract from the eye? Remove the cataract. It's not like plug the eye altogether. Eye is there to see, and we want to see beauty. See the beauty of Krishna, na? And that is spiritual life. In pure Krishna consciousness, also, when a liberated soul, does it not mean he doesn't see then? Oh, he's so liberated, he doesn't see. No, a liberated soul sees, but he sees everyone in relationship with Krishna. He sees everyone as Krishna's. He sees Krishna's. A liberated soul never forgets Krishna, and a conditioned soul struggles to remember Krishna. So here Krishna is helping, see, preparing Arjuna. You are going to for this war, and look. And there's no scope for actually for lethargy or pessimism, negativity, procrastination, irresponsibility, avoiding, escaping. One has to check out who is escaping actually from the realities of life. Who is escaping from that? Who is worrying that? Devotees do not worry that, no. Rather, a pure devotee is waiting for that. That could not be checked. Prabhupada writes in the purport, right? Even if he did not fight. So that is we have to come to this realization that is for the body only. Consciousness never dies, and consciousness will find its saturation only when it is in love with Krishna. And when in love, there is no saturation. It is in love only that there is no saturation. Otherwise, we find saturation everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comments? Let us see next. Very powerful shloka, very beautiful shloka. Amazing. I find it very beautiful. Next one. Don't know what we will discuss. Praying Krishna's mercy, Guru Gaurang's mercy, Vaishnava's mercy. Tasmat tvamuttishta yasholabhasva jitva satrun bhungsha rajyam samridam mayeva ete nihita purvameva nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. Lucy read translation and purport.
Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savayasaki, can be but an instrument in the fight. Savyayachin refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior, capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Just become an instrument. Nimitta matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish persons, who do not have sufficient knowledge, think that nature is moving without a plan and all manifestations are but accidental formations. There are many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this or maybe like that, but there is no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls to go back to Godhead, back to home. As long as they have the domineering mentality which makes them try to lord it over material nature, they are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is full of Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory, conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Thank you, Lucy. Very wonderful translation, I find. See, in general, if we tell someone, get up, yeah, in general, that kills negativity. Yeah. It is very motivating, encouraging. If we tell someone, get up, and we get up for ourselves or push ourselves and all. Otherwise, negativity. Life is full of negativity only, otherwise. Uh, so, Krishna is Tasmat Tvam Uttishta. Yasholabhasva. And get up for what? Prepare to fight and win glory. Now, see, Krishna is saying what? Prepare to fight and win glory. Krishna is not saying uh, win the fight, get up and win the fight. No, prepare to fight and win glory. So, glory is what? In fighting the fight. not in winning the fight. And this is what devotee is so merciful going out on book distribution. Just the fact that one is going out in book distribution is a great achievement in itself. Huh? Fact that one is associating with devotees, that is commendable. That should be really appreciated and honored. So prepare to fight and win glory. Not Krishna doesn't want Arjun to give him a result. He's not saying that give me the result. Where is the result? Win the fight. In society, we find okay, society is result driven. Yeah? Society wants result. Krishna gives the result, Baba. So he's not asking Arjuna to win the fight. He's telling Arjuna, prepare just yourself. Also, Krishna is saying what? Be a face in the fight. That is what Krishna wants. Everything is laid out, everything is arranged, but you just have to be a face. You just be there and just be an instrument. eh, Just be an instrument. But problem is, I want to be a doer. I don't want to be the instrument. That is a problem, and this is why I struggle. This is where then expectation kicks in, and I impose myself. I go heavy, and everything shakes up in life. Then frustration comes in. Then unsatisfaction. So Krishna is not saying Arjuna that you have to do this. Just be an instrument. That is already done. Job is already done. You have to just be a face. Yeah? Sometimes there's so many arrangements we see, right? Everything is laid out. You have to just go there and show your face and just show this ID card. Show your ID card and they will give hand over everything. You don't have to do anything different. Likewise, for us also, we just don't need to do anything. If we can just l- give up of this false identity, the false ego, the false notion, this doer mentality is the killer mentality. And if I can be an instrument mentality in the hands of Guru and Gaurang, in the hands of devotees. Harsha now share screen again. Bhagavad Gita 327. Everything is laid out. We just want to become an instrument. Even now, also in life, for us, doesn't matter whatever course of action I have taken, wherever um, I'm heading and all. Uh, Just from now, if I can take a U-turn, from now, if I can take devotee association, Krishna is all capable, all powerful, na? So why can he not change the course of my life from this point itself? When I've not become fully Krishna conscious, but if I try to become Krishna conscious, Lucy, just read translation.
The spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature.
See, acting is there. We have to act, be it in conditioned state or in liberated state. But conditioned state influenced by the false ego. uh, We consider ourselves to be the doer, but actually things are carried over. We are being influenced and carried out by the modes of material nature. As in, when someone is taken over by ghost, taken over by some spirit, or someone is like taken too much of drugs and all. Now the person, when is too intoxicated, is not the person who is speaking. It is the intoxication what is speaking. It is the drug what is speaking. When someone is possessed, right? We see people if possessed, like he sleeps long hours or doesn't sleep or eats so much and all. Generally, that's not the diet say, but being possessed, okay, eats so much. Likewise, false ego means we are possessed by sense of what? material sense gratification. I am the doer. And now this is Maya. Through her trickery, she's making us do and making us feel this, that wow, you are so important. Yes, you are so important. And another place Krishna is saying, become an instrument, act. No, prepare, get up, fight, win glory. So result is already decided, Krishna is saying. If you just be on my side, say. Wow. Such a great confirmation, revelation, or hope of this. Huh? Future brings uncertainty, right? Future means so much worry, what will happen, anxiety. But if I am truly devout, Krishna conscious, if I am practicing in gu- in disciplic succession, in good devotee association and all, then what will happen? I will become Krishna conscious only. Huh? What is there? There is to achieve more feats, more heights, more glories only. And there's beautiful samvad dialogue. Ramanand Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Chaitamrit Madhya Leela. Chapter is it 22, I feel. Yeah, I think so. And Mahaprabhu asks like Ramanand Rai that the intricacies of principles of religion, what is more higher, what is more higher. So fame, what is the highest fame of fame? So the highest fame is to be recognized as a devotee of Krishna. That's the highest glory, the highest achievement. Wow, if Krishna takes me to be his own, one of his own, such a joy. And this is the aspiration of the heart. Huh? So in society, like there's two things. We have to act. Now, either I'm a doer or an instrument. If I'm an instrument, means I'm authorized. Then I'm safe. Soldiers who go fighting, right? Now, soldiers go fighting on behalf of the government. They are representing the government. They're instruments in the hands of the government. Then they are authorized to kill 10, 100, thousands. And a soldier, if he kills in battlefield 10, 100, or 1,000 of the soldiers of the other side, say, when he returns home, he's promoted, he's given high rank, so much of a respect and everything, right? Wow, you killed 1,000 people, and soldier says, "I wanted to kill 10,000." Say, huh? Yes. And now imagine the soldier is in his village, in his town, yeah, and he has got this. Say he's wearing his uniform also, and he has got his gun as well. And using that gun, if he shoots that gun pistol to one of his neighbor and injures his leg, doesn't kill the neighbor, just leg is injured. Say, huh? Huh? What will happen? Will the same village people cheer him up? Will the same government, will the same nation cheer him up, give him more medal? No. Rather, they will take away medal, they will put a case on him, they will put him under inquiry. Now the soldier may say, right, when I was in war, I killed 1,000 people. No one questioned me. And people, everyone patted me, honored me, praised me. Government gave me more promotion, more money, more facilities, whatnot. And here I've not even killed one person, I've just injured one person. And it's me only the same. I'm wearing the same uniform, using the same gun. Action is the same. Pretty much killing 1,000 people, and here also triggering a bullet and injuring one person. But the outcome is completely different. Why? Because in the first case, he was authorized by the government. He was acting as an instrument in the hands of the government, so he was completely free, clean, all good. Had he killed 1,000, had he killed none, but he was representing the government as long as he is representing the government. And in the other case, when he was in the house, still wearing government uniform, maybe, having the same government gun, but injured just one person out of his own whims, some personal agenda, some ego, some clash, not authorized, huh? Driven by modes of material nature, driven by mind, driven by my own desire. So then law of karma will come. Then we have to suffer the consequences, good or bad. But if I am an instrument in the hands of the will of the God, of Lord, if I am instrument in the hands of the will of Krishna, there is no law of karma upon me. None whatsoever, no good or no bad. And rather, it is more opening for more and more love. So Arjuna, he killed millions in the war. This is his humility because Krishna desired. Right? It says in the purport. Arjuna understood everything is under the plan, desire, will of the Lord. So we asked this question, right? Previously. On whose side is Krishna not? Krishna is on everyone's side. He's on the side of the thief as well. He's on the side of the police as well. Look, that is Krishna. He's on everyone's side. He's on the side of the defendant and as well, and on the side of the culprit as well. Hmm? He's on everyone's side. But question is, am I on Krishna's side? So this Bhagavad Gita, Krishna consciousness, is a very personal process as well. It has to be a personal process. And again, this is not for me telling someone or asking someone or that, oh, you are not Krishna or no, this is for me. For I have to personally check myself now what I am up to and what I should be up to. Arjuna realized this, what I am up to and what I should be up to. He realized, seeing the universal form, oh my God, Krishna, you are on everyone's side. Uh, And am I on your side? And if I become Krishna on Krishna's side, there is nothing but glory only then for me. There is nothing but victory only. Everything will be glorious. Everything is victorious. Then I will be not living in past, present, future. I will be living in the eternal realm. So, Krishna, again, we discuss, right? What? One thing is, I hold Krishna's hand, and another thing is, Krishna holds my hand. Which is more better? Anuja, Harsha, Lucy, Krishna, Anuradha Mataji. Huh?
If Krishna holds our hand, that's the ultimate best.
That's the best, na? Bhai, I hold Krishna's hand, I can leave also Krishna's hand. But Krishna, if he holds my hand, Krishna never leaves. He is anyways never left. Na? Someone who has not found his refuge in Krishna consciousness, does that mean Krishna has abandoned him? No. Krishna knows only to connect. Krishna doesn't know how to disconnect. Krishna doesn't disconnect. Huh? But currently, see, either we can be an instrument in the will of the hand of the Lord, then we can be out of the law of karma altogether. Otherwise, wow, law of karma and everything will be there. So, practicing Krishna consciousness, we understand, wow, this free will is a very heavy will. It's not very free, it's a very heavy, heavy will to carry. Na? Free spirit, free will, individuality, and all. Huh? So, a devotee, he says, Krishna, enough of this free will. This is giving me headache. Kindly take my free will. So, this is what Krishna is saying, become an instrument in the hands of the Lord and then see glory. Then see glory. एक और क्वेश्चन पूछूंगे हर्षा. हाँ. Is it so this is a question, huh? Is it correct to be, is it right to be right or correct to be right? Should I act right? Should I do right things? Is it good to be right? This is the question. Is it good to be right? आप सब समाधि में चले गए लगता है.
Yeah, it is good to be right. Or it's right to be good. I mean, I'm just thinking.
It is naturally good to be right, na? It is correct to be right, हाँ भाई. It is right to be good. It is good to be right. But is it good to defend being right? It is good to be right, but is it good to show that I am right? Is it good to prove that I am right? Is it good to defend, to show, to prove that actually I am right? That is a very dangerous path. If I am in this, no, I need to prove that I am right. I need to defend myself that I am right. We understand it is good to be right, but if I end up defending or proving or correcting or justifying that actually I am right, wow, then yeah, I would be living in doer mentality. Then Krishna says, okay, fine, be on your own. Now, for a devotee, these words, they should haunt him. This thought should haunt him, that Krishna thinking or saying that, okay, from now you are on your own. This should come as like a bolt, a thunderbolt for a devotee. वज्रपात जैसा होना चाहिए उसको. अगर ये भगवान से सुनने को मिल जाए कि भाई ठीक है, यू यू आर स्टक विथ योर राइट, ओके, बी राइट. We don't want to be righteous, Baba. We want to be Krishna conscious. And Krishna conscious is beyond right and wrong. And how do we come to that stage? Until and unless we become an instrument in the will of the Lord. Yeah. This is why becoming an instrument means we have to give up right, we have to give up wrong as well. Just be a puppet in the hands of the Lord. And how can we want to ourselves become a puppet in the hands of the Lord? Only when I find Krishna beautiful, only when I see Krishna sweet. Only then I can allow myself. And how do I find Krishna beautiful? How do I understand Krishna is sweet? Only when I pray fervently. Pray fervently. And then what should be the prayer? Krishna, reveal yourself. Send your pure devotee to me. Only when I know someone, when I come in contact, when I live someone who has found beauty in Krishna, then I can find Krishna beautiful. And when I find Krishna beautiful, I can settle down with anything and everything, whatever. Only then I can free myself from this right and wrong, good and bad, otherwise heavily stuck up. Otherwise heavily stuck up. Hmm. So real life is beyond good and bad. Real life is beyond right and wrong. Yeah. So we should be doing good, but never claim, never defend, never prove. Nature is doing good, but is nature like acknowledgement, gratitude? So life is meant to serve. Life is meant to serve. This is what Krishna is telling. Na? Prepare to fight and win glory. Nowhere Krishna says, Arjuna, that win the fight the fight. In this 2.3, before Arjuna surrenders, Krishna tells him, stand up, fight. Klebya masam gama partha. That Shudram Hridaya Daurbalyam, Krishna tells Arjuna, give up this petty excuse and petty weakness of mind. When we practice Krishna consciousness, we'll realize what what I had been trying to avoid and all these excuses only. Once we start doing japa, then strength comes, na clarity comes. Then we can see actually. Oh, well, I was just like a child, na. He wants to avoid injection, syringe, jab, right? Oh no, no, I don't want this. A child wants to avoid medicine. No, no, I just want to play. But when he grows up, then no. So, real life begins when I put myself beyond right and wrong. When I try to come to a stage, I might be right, but why do I have to prove that I am right? Why do I have to show? ये showbazi, prove करना, claim करना, दिखाना ना? To claim, to show, to prove. Oh, these are dangerous things. These ways I can never be an instrument. Instrument means one who is flexible, na? One who is open, one who is flexible, one who is ready, one who is available. But if I have some considerations, how can I be flexible, available, open? Yeah. If I have any considerations. And this is what Krishna consciousness, Krishna is just wanting us to be an instrument. And one who is, then we are safe now when I become an instrument. Then I have nothing to worry about. And look, Krishna is saying, Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Again, the shlokas where Krishna calls Arjuna's name in Bhagavad Gita, check out. Those shlokas are very special. They become even more special. Some of the shlokas they give a bit of exposure of the world, the reality or nakedness of this world. Dhyato Vishayan Pumsa 262-63 na Dhyato Pisayan Pumsa Sangastesu Upjayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodha Vijayate Yogat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibrama Smriti Brahmsat Buddhi Nasho Buddhi Nashat Pranashati. A very good knowledge, understanding principle, the workings of this world and everything. That when sense objects, when we contemplate on the sense objects, then through that contemplation we develop an attachment towards those sense objects. And if those sense desires are full, we find happiness. We become greedy. If not full, we become angry. So that's fine. And many other such things. Yeah, Nisha Sarva Bhutanam, other places and all. But where, check out those slokas where Krishna calls out the name of Arjuna. Look, this Krishna loves na Arjuna. So he's saying what? Nimitta matram bhava savya sachin. Arjuna just become an instrument. We also know when we talk someone and all, and then when we call out name, speak with name, one is addressing students in a class, teacher, and one is addressing my child. There's a difference. A teacher could be a mother addressing students in a class, and teacher, mother addressing her child. Huge difference. Huh? So nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Krishna is addressing Arjuna. Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labasva. Mai eva ete nihita purvameva. By my arrangement, everything is done already. You just, so for in this life also, how much, whatever physical breath is left in my body in this life, na, if I can just hang on to it, if I can just peacefully tolerate, if I cannot complain, huh, if I can allow myself that Krishna, okay, use me as you like for whatever left is the time, huh? If I can not create any trouble or anything, then Krishna will be more pleased and open further. So we will start acting furthermore when we see love of Krishna, when we are seeing the beauty of Krishna. Then, and when again when we are in love, when we are in the beauty of Krishna, when we see the love of Krishna, then we wouldn't be stuck up or hung up with mundane morality. Morality is good, mundane morality. है ना? Morality in itself is mundane actually, because it is trigunatmak. है ना? Because it is of this world only. Morality is good, but see, before practicing Krishna consciousness, morality is very good. It should be harbored, it should be cherished. But whilst practicing Krishna consciousness, I shouldn't be any hung up with worldly morality, mundane morality. Means I am right. Look, I do not eat meat. Look, I do not drink. Huh? Look, I do not do. Baba, these mundane moralities and all, we should not be hung up. So we should not settle down for anything less than Krishna. So, and that will happen only when I become an instrument. If I'm hung up with mundane morality, right and wrong, good and bad, how can I actually grow then? How can I start loving Krishna? How can I receive more mercy? If I'm rigid, I can never receive more mercy. Only when I'm flexible, then I can receive more mercy. We see now government, if a person, if a soldier, if a bank officer, if a government staff, if he's too rigid, government cannot promote him much, government cannot, but if he's flexible, oh yes, okay, we send you to Nairobi, we send you Germany, we send you there, and then accordingly government looks after him as well. No. So Krishna consciousness is not like, okay, I'm holding feet of Krishna now. Aspiration is Krishna, I am trying, and my try is always be less only, it can never be complete. But kindly you cover the gap, it is you only, the circle will be filled by you only. You have to fill the gap, you have to fill the circle. So real life begins when I go beyond right and wrong. When I start thinking actually beyond right and wrong. Otherwise, mundane morality hung up in this morality, na? Good, bad, right, wrong, and so much. Oh, she should have done like this, he should have said like this government, this policy. But you know what? COVID, people should have done. You know what? Uh, Practicing Krishna consciousness, we should. It's a very narrow path, narrow path. Yeah. So we have to go very zoom in, very deep vision, which comes about from strong association. Okay, any questions, thoughts, comments, or very nice shloka? And again, uh, I'm not in a capacity and I can never be in a capacity as such to. Thank you very much for your patience and encouragement and listening. Beautiful purport. You know, if one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted, again, we all want to devote ourselves. Check it out. Do we not want to devote ourselves? Yes, do want to devote myself to Netflix. uh, Do want to devote myself to uh, football. We all want to. But if we want to perfect our life, we should be devoting ourselves to loving devotional service, which can be done when we become an instrument in the will of the God. Then Krishna says, na, Krishna, such a charm, Krishna consciousness is to understand the heart of Krishna. In worldly affairs, if I can make a place in the heart of my neighbor, of my manager, of my friend, and all, it's a big achievement to make a place in someone's heart, to know someone's heart and mind, to know someone's desire, have that trust, that faith, and we want to be in this bond, in this connection. And this is what Krishna is saying. है How can once we become an instrument in the hand of Krishna, then Krishna will have trust upon us, put more faith upon us, reveal himself. If we want to fly and all, then we have to open our wings. And faith is required everywhere, in every walk of life. Simple. Either we become an instrument in the puppets in the hands of Maya, or we become instrument in the hands of Krishna. Now choice is ours. Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you very much for your patience and encouragement. We meet up tomorrow. Hare Krishna.